Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon and today we're doing a review for the book by Aconyte Games called Last Resort. This is in the Zombicide universe, a cooperative game with very much a fantastic story involving dice and ultimately trying to beat the zombie apocalypse. So Josh Reynolds, I have talked about his books already. There are some of them over here, not all by him, by Aconyte, but we do have a couple here. We have Poison River and Death's Kiss, which is in the Legends of the Five Rings, we say board games I'm not as popular and keen on compared to Zombicide. There are loads of videos on the channel ready for Zombicide. I very much enjoy this book. Interesting story at the start. There's this chap who is to do something to do with the mob, and he's being chased, and it seems like he might get tortured, or we don't know what's quite going on. Basically, he's running away from them, and there happens to be some zombies around, so it's not like we see the zombies suddenly as a kind of an emergence of them. They're already there, they've already been used to them for some time. The apocalypse has happened, society has fallen, and some time has passed. So we don't know much about that, but we do know is the chap, the key of the story, he's on the run. He's been investigated by, I think, this lady here. I know who this person is. I know who this person is. I know that person is. I'm pretty sure who this person is. It's the main protagonist, let's say. But he's never described as bald. And I did go through it quite a few times. And even his clothing did not quite match up with that, which is very weird. This thing is also mentioned. So it's a very interesting story. And ultimately, she's been trying to catch this guy, but obviously, zombies are the bigger factor. They're trying to get to a nice, safe place. And, can they trust him? Is he any good? And obviously, we have the stuff going on with the zombies. Now, I was worried that this could be quite a horrific, a very chilling book. But actually, I wouldn't say it's tongue-in-cheek. There are some very much gruesome, horrid moments. But it's very much more a lighter affair. So, yes, it's quite long pages, like 14 to 20 pages. But they whiz by. I think the fact that, similar to some other books I've read, which are slightly less fantasy, of course zombies are fantasy, it seemed to gel quicker. And I very much enjoyed the book. Fantastic ramping up. There are loads of key moments in Zombicide, which won't spoil, which I really hoped was in this, and they are. And, the ending, it's a really good crescendo. It feels like a video game, in fact. And that works very, very strongly, very much to its favour. Interesting ideas to it. It definitely borrows from certain films, I felt, as well. And this might be the best book I've read so far. I think it's the 9th book now I've read in these board game novels. So, what am I reading next? Well, it's the sequel to Twilight Imperium. I was umming and ahhing between reading another Descent novel. I went for the sequel with Tim Pratt. As you can see, I've got a good wedge through it already. I haven't been reading every day, but one thing I will say, it's kind of like Star Wars meets Dune meets something else. And as interesting as it is, unfortunately, it suffers from the italicisms, which I've commented before in the other book. So there have been suggestions ping around throughout this video. So make sure you check out that review and what I think of it, because, is there a TI element in this like the other one? Well, we'll see. So aside from that, if you want to check out that review when that comes out, and the rest of the films, you can check them out on a playlist. There's a playlist for Aconyte. There's also a playlist, obviously, for board game novels, specifically, and stuff like that. You can also see ebooks and things. There's also, obviously, an option to like. You can like the video. You can subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Let me know your comments, obviously, on YouTube. And if you wish, you can share. It'd be great to share and let me know your thoughts. Aside from that, you can do other things. You can head through to the description. You can support the channel on Patreon. You can check out other stuff via Instagram. There's photos there. So you can do that. There's over 2,300 posts. There is Linktree. There are occasionally competitions. So do keep checking that all the time. And finally, there's that Facebook group you can join. This has been nominated for a UKGE Best Accessories. So that's already been reviewed, as you can tell. So if you want to check out that, you can check that on the channel too. Again, that would have been pinged up as a suggested video. So there's this, obviously, there'll be some videos suggested. There'll be the original for this. And of course, In the Shadow of Deimos by Jane Killick, Terraforming Mars Universe. So thank you for watching. I look forward to speaking to you again for this 4K video. So now back to the table. And we've got a nice game genic mat here. If I just zoom out, we can get. So there we go. All right. Thanks so much. Speak to you again. Bye for now.